Hello everybody. So a lot of you have been asking for this video on entry levels and how to take the entries and where to place your stops. So that's basically what I am going to run through this morning. So taking the opportunity while the markets are closed over Easter weekend for this to happen. So before we get into it, there are 4 basic rules, and these rules are non-negotiable. So with any trading plan, if you do not follow your rules, you are going to lose money. As simple as that. So identify your rules and follow them. So for me, this is how it works. Firstly, I ensure that I am on the left-hand side of my moving averages. I'm not going to explain the moving averages and oscillators in this video. There is a link in the description below, and there'll also be a link at the end of the video to see that video. So the first point is stay on the right side of the trend. So if I'm long, I want to be on the left hand side of the moving averages pointing up. If I'm short, I want to be on the left hand side of the moving averages pointing down. Okay. Second is identify the levels. And again, I'm not going to run into the levels in this video. Watch my other video that will give you the levels and how to identify those levels. Thirdly, enter on the breakout retest. And this is probably the most important rule. Don't just take the breakout, because often you are going to get faked out. In other words, the institutions and the algorithms, they know that you're trading the breakout, so they're prepared to put a little bit more money at risk. So they will come back to trigger your stop losses, which is just going to help their cause and accelerate the move in the direction they want it to go. So take the breakout retest. Work with the institutions and the algorithms. Don't try to go against them. Just go with the flow. And then lastly is take profit at the next level. And this is really important, because so often you have a great trade going and then greed steps in and you try and hold it longer, because with all your back testing, you've seen that you get out of your trades too soon. Trust me, you are going to lose money, because you're going to panic. You are not going to be able to sustain the emotions that are required for that. Okay, so take profit at the next level. Rather take 4 bits of profit in a day and have 4 trade entries which are all successful and all profitable, and you're making 2 or 3% capital return on a day. That's the rules. Simple as that. Okay, left level retest profit. That's it. That's all you have to remember. So pause the video, print this, write them down, do what you have to do, but this is the rules that you follow. Right, so I'm going to use Forex pairs for this, and for me, Forex pairs I trade on the 8 hour and the 1 hour. So firstly, my levels are defined on the 8 hour, and my trend is defined on the 8 hour. So if you look at British pound, Japanese yen at the moment, it has been on a ripper of a trend pretty much most of this year, to the upside. So firstly, you can clearly see I'm on the left hand side of the moving averages. They're pointing up. Move back here in the past, moving averages are flat, I'm above and below. That's not a trade. Okay, that is a range. I don't trade ranges, so this is not a range trading video. I'm looking for opportunities to buy into this, because I'm on the left hand side of the moving averages. So firstly, I define my levels. So I know that there is a level right here, and we're going to start here sort of not with this volatile nonsense here just before Christmas. We're going to start here sort of in the new year, right there in that first week. So I'm looking for the level. Now what am I looking for as an entry point? So got a level, I'm on the left hand side of the moving averages. You can see the prices on the left hand side of the moving averages, they're starting to point up. So I need to enter on the breakout retest, and here is a breakout. Now my entry, I come down to a lower time frame. Let's just get to the right time frame here. Where are we? 5th of Jan, right here. Okay, so I know that there's a level here, and if I look on the hour, there will be another level pretty much there, and there'll be another one a little bit further down. Irrelevant, to be honest. What I'm looking for is off the 8 hour, because that is indicating my trend. So I know this is an opportunity to buy. Now, if you look at this on the hour, this wouldn't be a valid entry. But I am trading off the 8 hour. I'm just using the 1 hour to find my entry points. So there are my entry points. There are 3 levels here. I'm looking for an entry point here. So what am I looking for? So firstly, I've got a level, tick box. I'm looking for my oscillators to be grouped to the downside, tick box. Okay. Second thing I'm looking for is one of 3 patterns. One of 3 patterns. That's it. I'm not looking for any other price action. Okay, so the first one is an inside bar. There is an inside bar. Next one is an engulfing bar. There is an engulfing bar. And the third one would be a pin bar. There's a pin bar there, off the level. My entry is on the break of that structure. So as soon as we got above this level here, this tail, we close above this tail, that was long, stop is below the bottom of it. And you can see how price still comes back to test it. And this often happens where you have a second move or a second attempt to try and drive price down. So it's on the lower time frames, they are following the same rules and they're trying to drive it down. So you find volatility when you are on the opposite side of the moving averages on a lower time frame, but whereas you're on the right side of the moving averages on the higher time frame. But 9 times out of 10, it plays out. Okay, so long as there, I'm looking for a level. There is a pretty clear level right up here. Okay, and you can see retest, boom, 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 break, tried to retest it again, came back to another level there. But that would have been an area for me to take profit. Then I'd be looking for the next opportunity. Next opportunity, that's a level breakout there. You can see, come back, doesn't quite hold that one, but it does come to the next level. Now the buying opportunity, look at that structure. Engulfing bar. Okay, so remember, I'm looking for engulfing bars, inside bars, and pin bars. Let's just move a little bit long on price and just go back to the 8 hours so you can see it doesn't matter. I'm only looking for longs at the moment. From the beginning of the year, actually from just before Christmas, well actually from Christmas. So from Christmas in 2020, this has been an upward trend. I'm on the left hand side of the moving averages, they're pointing up. I'm only looking for opportunities to buy. So as I move along here, I'm looking for opportunities to buy, and I'm looking for breakout retest. There's a level. Okay, look at that. Great opportunity to buy on that. The big engulfing bar there. Trade entry is above that bar. Stop is below here. And we rally. Where would have I taken profit? I would have taken profit basically there. It broke through, not an issue, because I'll get another entry long. There's an entry long. There's another entry long. So there is put a sort of a range bar, but that is an engulfing bar. That's an inside bar off a level. Another entry to be long. Okay, so that is pretty much the way I trade this. And of what I do pay attention to is my oscillators. So when my oscillators are grouped around in the middle of nowhere like this, I'm taking smaller trades because I'm expecting a bit of a deeper pullback on the hour. And you can look at this pullback and we get back onto structure here. Group to the downside. There's the breakout retest. You can see we got there, battled, then we accelerated through. None of this here has done a retest of this breakout. And if I look at that breakout on the 8 hour, you'll see that it will, I'll have to probably go back quite far, but there is structure. And look at all this interaction here. So the further you look back in the past, you'll see that the levels are more, they're a lot clearer. And this here is a major level breakout. This 142. Actually, let's just do this so you can see that. Delete that, come back. Actually, right, so look at all this interaction at that level, above and below, above and below. A major area of support and resistance. This is a major level. So any major break, and you can see, I'm going through this quickly, but you can see the tails to the top, to the bottom, how price is finding support there. It's finding support, finding resistance, trying to build structure. You can see there's a pretty good rejection of it, and right side of the moving averages, and it's a short. sorry, left side of the moving averages, but the correct side of the moving averages. And look at this one here. So we are tempting to get through it, and then we do get through it. But now I want to retest. I don't want to get in on this without a retest. So for me, it would have been waiting for quite a few days, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. On the 5th day is when it happened. And obviously 5th day there's data that comes out as well on, that would have been non-farm payrolls that came out. And probably UK data that came out as well. But anyway, that's irrelevant. That's just noise. You can see the structure. I've got inside bar. There's a lot of range bars, a lot of indecision off this level. But a correct entry, because it is a level, is something like that. Entry up there, stop loss here. And you can see how it tears away. Okay, so that's kind of the view for a long. If we look at a short, so I'm going to use another currency pair for a short, and this is Euro British Pound. That's also been in a pretty solid downward trend for quite some time. So let's just start here on the week of the 4th of January. Look at the structure here. It is in the moving averages, above and below. Moving averages are flat. Now, if I just eliminate that from our view, look there. There's no reason to be buying or selling this. We're all over the place, above and below. No reason. Okay, and then we sort of get this rejection here of those levels. And I'm just going to put a level in right there. If I look to the left, look at all this chaos. So adjust it a bit further. There is a level right there at 0.9139, and we're on the week of 12th of Jan. Come to the 1 hour and just come to the 12th of Jan, week of the 12th of Jan. Here's the 11th of Jan. You can see how we are trying to find support here. No real breakout there, but my opportunity starts down here. There are 2 levels there. There is my rejection, big engulfing bar. Okay, that's pretty early in the morning, but entry would be on the break of that, stop above that, and down we go. And so it continues. Look to the left here. There's a breakout level right there. Look what happens. We find support. This pin bar does not mean I'm long because I'm off a level. I'm on the left-hand side of the moving averages. So for as long as I'm on the left-hand side of the moving averages, I am trading with the trend. So price on the left-hand side of the moving averages, it is, in this scenario, it is down. Moving averages pointing down. We're on the left-hand side. We're looking for short opportunities only. So where's the short opportunity? On the breakout and the breakout retest. There's the breakout. There's the breakout retest. Short. Your level, you'll more than likely find that there's a level to the left there. Okay, and then you can see a pretty clear level here. Lots of tails. I mean, that would probably be in the area that I would have taken profit on. And let's just get there. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'd be in the area I'd take profit on. Once I've taken profit, I'm looking for the next opportunity. Where's the next opportunity? On the breakout retest. There is a breakout there, which we've broken through. We haven't retested it. Now we're retesting it. We're retesting it with pin bars and engulfing bars. Short on the break of those tails, stop above there, and down we go. Where are we going? Back to the level. Take profit, because always a second attempt. Back up. Okay, and here I adjust it slightly. There's a breakout level. There's a retest. On there, short below it. Second attempt up. There's an inside bar there and engulfing. Entries below there. Stop is up there. And so we continue. Okay, so if we just put this into perspective of what's transpiring at the moment, we are kind of all over the place right now, but same scenario applies. You can see there's a clear level. Okay, we retested it there. It was a short. The next day we come online. What are we looking for? We're looking to find shorts. Where would the most logical short be? Well, that looks like a great opportunity. Down. This is a clear level to the downside. Whoops, wrong level line. But this is a clear level to the downside here that we're not breaking through. Okay, it's hidden with price. Just be a little bit like that so you can see it. So what's my next opportunity at the moment? A break and retest at that level. Okay, so with indexes, I typically use I like using a 1 hour, what am I on here? Wall Street, 1 hour and a 15-minute. So my levels are on the 1 hour. You can see there's my level that was drawn on the hour, buying opportunity there, and we've got a bit of a ripper coming up. Down the bottom here, buying opportunity down here, and a ripper here. Why am I saying buying? Well, the trend is still dictated to by the 8 hour, and I'm on the left hand side of the moving averages on the 8 hours, so the trend is up, but my entry and exits and levels are defined on the hour. And even on the hour, you can see here I'm on the left hand side of the moving averages, and the key moving average here is the 155, but I'll explain that in detail in my other video. Okay, so let's just summarize that. I think you get the gift of it. Firstly, we have 4 rules. Make sure you're on the right side of the trend. Easy way is just make sure that price is on the left-hand side of the moving average. Moving averages are pointing up or pointing down, and you're on the left-hand side of that. Follow the direction of the moving averages. Don't go against the trend. Do not go against the trend. Second one is identify the levels. You don't understand levels, please watch my first video. Fairly clear. There's a few oscillators you need, and a few things you need to look for, but they are pretty basic to understand. Thirdly, enter on the breakout retest. Don't take the break. The break often, often you see the break and you go into panic mode and you're like, got to trade, and you lose out because the institutions know that's what you're doing. They know what your emotions are, and they're going to trade on them because it benefits their back pocket. And then the next thing to look at as well is take profit at the next level. The reason why I say take profit at the next level, because rather bank the cash, wait for the retest of the breakout and get back in, bank again, wait for the retest, bank again. A lot of times what you can do is once you've taken profit on your first level, then wait for your next level and just put a trailing stop in. So when you've broken through, comes back, retest, you in, and then take profit, comes back, it's going to pull back slightly, put another trade in at that point, move stop to entry as quick as possible, and then just keep a trailing stop below the swing lows or the swing highs. And that will keep you in the trade for longer, but also a little bit risky. In my opinion, that probably gives you a 60% probability of being profitable. Whereas if you keep taking profit at the major levels, you can be profitable all the time. And then the last bit of advice that I could give you around trade entries is be patient. If you look at British pound, Japanese yen here, look at this here. You've got clear levels in there. I can promise you that much. You'll have clear levels inside there. And there's a clear level right there. And you can see the buyers coming in and then the sellers and stuff. So you bought in there, you would have sold out here. Wait for the next retest. Or alternatively, you're just going to be patient. So if you've bought in here, you're waiting for the breakout. You are on the right side of the trend. Wait for the breakout. The breakout happens and you can move stop up as you go along. The higher the time frame, the more patient you need to be. The lower the time frame, the quicker it's going to happen. The higher time frames, your swings are going to be pretty extreme, which is an emotion you don't want to get involved in. And the last bit of advice is when you've got your levels drawn in, when you have your plan for the day, and I make a plan every day. That's part of the reason why I do all the videos every morning. It helps me define my plan for the day. So once I have a plan for the day, I put all those levels in and alerts in on my phone, and I can carry on with my work. I can carry on working. You can carry on with your day. You don't need to sit in front of the charts because you know what your plan is. You know what the trend is, and you know where your stop area is. You know where your entries are. and so you trade it accordingly. So that's kind of the way I do things. It's profitable for me. It works, and I think you've seen a lot of it. If you watch the videos, the daily videos for some time now, it does typically work. Okay, so yeah, don't let emotion get involved, I think, is the other thing that you need to pay attention to. Be strict about your rules, and if you're coming off a losing streak, reduce your position size so your risk is lower. Your emotions can be kept in check, and you will be able to move ahead quite effectively. Okay, so I hope that helps. I hope that clarifies what I'm looking for. And I think the key thing on the level retest, when you get a breakout retest, is the structure you're looking for. So it is a pin bar, it's an engulfing bar, or it is an inside bar. Okay, engulfing bar, there's an engulfing bar, there's another engulfing bar, there's an inside bar, there's a pin bar. Okay, so just look for those off a level, keep it simple, keep it straightforward, and pick one or two trending currencies or stocks. I mean, this is a trending currency at the moment, and the S&P 500 is also trending. So that's all you do. Anyway, I hope it helps, I hope it clarifies everything for you, and we will catch up with you later on. Cheers for now.